Hello there to all my dear viewers. Thank you so much for watching today. I am Jeff the Drummer. I apologize for the delay for this week's episode. Normally I post episodes on Wednesdays, but due to the events in Boston, I decided to wait and both see how things play out, but also to collect my thoughts and decide if I even wanted to talk about it in this week's episode. For those of you that don't know, I lived in Boston for 13 years. I spent my entire adult life there up until I moved to Southern California about a year and a half ago. So for me, Boston feels like home, and it probably always will feel like home, even if I don't live there anymore. So these recent events have really hit home, and it's been really just gut-wrenching and heartbreaking for me to watch this go down. My heart goes out to all of the victims, their friends, and their families. Life will never be the same in Boston, and it's a tragedy, and I know how tight-knit of a community Boston is, so I know how much it's affecting everybody who lives there, regardless of whether or not they're directly connected to any of the victims. Everybody out there is a victim right now, and it's heartbreaking. This whole event has inspired me to talk a little bit about how I feel like there's a lot of anger and hatred and just negativity in the world today. And I think it's up to everybody to try and change that. And along those lines, I feel like as artists and musicians, for those of you watching who are artists and musicians, I think we have a unique gift in that we can invoke positive emotions in people through our art and our usage of it to express ourselves. I know that when I'm on stage performing in front of a lot of people and they're happy and they're yelling and dancing and having a great time, that's one of the most important things for me in terms of performing. When that happens, that makes it all worth it. So it's not entirely a narcissistic thing where I want to get up on stage and be in front of people and be the center of attention. It's about making people happy. That's what it comes down to. So I feel like as artists and musicians, we have a unique gift and a unique responsibility to invoke those emotions in people. So taking into account what's going on in today's world, I feel like we should all try to do what we can to make people feel happy and feel positive and try to eradicate all of the hate and anger that's out there today. So I guess in today's episode, I just want to kind of send a call out to all of my fellow musicians and artists to really try to use the gift that you have to evoke positivity and try to create more love and good vibes and happiness in people. Let's try to eradicate a lot of this negativity that's going around in the world today, because it's just not doing anybody any good, as we saw this week in Boston. So I guess that's really all I have to say today. It's a short, quick little thing, but I really feel like we can make a difference. Anybody can make a difference. And I know that for me, I'm going to use my God-given talents to help people feel happy and positive and try to bring more love into the situation. I'm playing a gig tonight, and there's going to be lots of people in the audience, and they're going to be having a great time, and they're going to be smiling and dancing, and the last thing on their mind is going to be hatred and violence and anger. And I take a lot of pride in that, and that's important to me, especially now, more than ever. So I hope that if you're an artist or a musician and you're watching this, this will inspire you to really focus on the fact that we can inspire that in people. We can inspire that love and that positivity. And I hope that you don't take that for granted, and I hope that you'll try to do that as often as you can, because that's what this world needs. This world needs more love. It needs more positivity. And we need to get rid of the anger and the violence. It has to stop. So I guess that's it for this week. I am Jeff the Drummer. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe. Tell all your friends. Please feel free to come see me at JeffTheDrummer.net. You can see me on YouTube at Jeff the Drummer, Facebook at Jeff the Drummer, Twitter at JTD Show, and Google Plus Jeff the Drummer Show. And I end always with keep it grooving, and this week I'll also add keep the love, keep the positivity. That's all we really need in this world. We don't need the anger, we don't need the hatred, and we don't need the violence.